Chris Campbell joining the Eagles this offseason from the New York Giants, and he thinks a fellow former Giant is in for a big year in 2024. Campbell telling the Philadelphia Inquirer he thinks new Eagles running back Saquon Barkley is going to show people he's the best running back in the league, saying, quote, running behind that offensive line that we have, I think it's going to be pretty scary for defenses. Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson still recovering from a shoulder injury that ended his rookie season, but tells ESPN he still feels like a rookie at heart, but is on a mission this year and ready for the opportunity in front of him. And Ohio State receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. visiting with the Bears on Monday. In addition to the first overall pick, the Bears also holding the 9th overall selection in round 1 of the NFL draft, which gets underway Thursday, April 25th. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. The ugly truth is when you buy a timeshare, you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? The crazy thing is this never ends. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
And it is a Tuesday, April 9th, 2024. We survived Monday. We survived the eclipse as well. Yeah, it's a natural phenomena. It occurs on a regular basis. Scientists can tell you when the next eclipse is going to be. For that matter, they can show you where the next eclipse are going to be for the next 1,000 years, even further if they want to. Yeah, I don't need to know that. Well, several New York prison inmates were allowed to view the eclipse yesterday following a lawsuit alleging religious discrimination. Seems as though the complaint was filed on behalf of a Baptist, a Muslim, a Seventh-day Adventist, 2 practitioners of Santeria, and 1 atheist. Okay? And my way of thinking, if they would just allow a rabbi to join them and all walk into a bar, yeah, we'd have a pretty good joke there, wouldn't we? No telling where that would go. What else is going on around the world? All sorts of things. Lots of things happening around the Imperial Valley. Of course, Saturday is the Children's Fair at Buckley Park in El Centro. But also Saturday morning before the Children's Fair, you've got a chance to go by and watch some Challenger Little League baseball action. The Challenger Little League, if you don't know, the Imperial Valley Challenger Little League is a baseball league or team for mentally and physically challenged kids and adults. And they will be playing 9 o'clock Saturday morning at Evans Park in Imperial. Go out and cheer. It is rewarding. The kids and adults get so much out of it, and so do the spectators. Again, that's Saturday morning at 9 at Evans Park in Imperial. The Children's Fair starts at 10, and you've got a chance to do both. How about some birthdays? We've got birthdays today. Our big shot birthdays. Actor Michael Learned, Mom from the Waltons, is 85. Actor Dennis Quaid, 70. Actor Mark Pellegrino, 59. Actor model Paulina Poreskova, 59. Actor Cynthia Nixon, 58. Actor Keisha Knight Pulliam is 45. Actor Charlie Hunnam is 44. Actor Jay Baruchel is 42. Actor Annie Funk is 39. Actor Jordan Masterson, 38. Actor Leighton Meester, 38. Singer, actor Jesse McCartney, 37. Actor Kristen Stewart, 34. Also, actor Ellie Fanning is 26. And actor Isaac Hempstead Wright is 25. How about some local birthdays coming up?
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
We have happy birthday wishes today for Dominic Perez, Adriana Paz, Sylvia Suarez, Sonia Sanchez, Lloyd English, Corey Wilson, Joe Vindiola, J.J. Noriega, Frank Marquez, Hayden Meade, Elisa Santana, Daniel Herricky, Augustine Leva, Claudia Perez, Peggy Ramirez, Jessica Estrada, Amanda Angulo, and Jared Anchando. Happy birthday from KXO. Well, coming up, we will take a look at world and California news, local news, sports, financial news, go in depth with the weather. And, well, some of the things we will not cover, but you should know. The United Kingdom and the U.S. have signed a landmark deal to work together on testing advanced artificial intelligence. Yeah. This comes after significant failures to find any evidence of actual real intelligence in their last few governments. Yeah, it's... well, you know, I think we ought to work on people intelligence before we go too far into the artificial stuff. We've got news. We're going to take a look at world and California news headlines right now, brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank. They've been fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
CBS News Brief. The Biden administration says it's righting an environmental and racial wrong with a new rule ordering plants nationwide to reduce toxic emissions linked to cancer. CBS's Allison Keyes has more.
The EPA rule applies to companies like Dinka in Reserve, Louisiana, a majority black town in what's known as Cancer Alley, where people are dying.
Freight carrier Norfolk Southern Railway has agreed to pay $600 million to settle a class action lawsuit over last year's derailment of a train carrying hazardous materials in the town of East Palestine, Ohio. Residents up to 20 miles away could get checks. And sentencing is underway in Michigan for James and Jennifer Crumley, the first parents to be criminally charged for a school shooting carried out by their child. CBS's Nikki Batiste has more.
Prosecutors have asked a judge to sentence the Crumleys to anywhere from 10 to 15 years in prison for their connection to the 2021 shooting.
Their son Ethan's serving life for the murders of 4 students at Oxford High School. CBS News Brief, I'm Vicki Barker.
This is Sarah Griffin with the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially for those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
California headline news: gas prices up another 2 cents to $5.56 a gallon statewide overnight, up nearly 50 cents a gallon in the past month. Sacramento State Professor Dr. Sanjay Varshney says rising prices are the result of several circumstances.
Tensions in the Middle East and the war in Ukraine. We see summer demand going up anyways, and we have a very high gas tax.
Also the need to switch to more costly summer blends. No relief on the horizon with prices likely to go higher. In Southern California, authorities trying to piece together the puzzle surrounding the death of a baby found on the 405 freeway in Westchester. Another child injured on the side of the road.
It's strange and it's concerning, and we're just asking witnesses to assist with the investigation at this time.
HB's Isabel Diaz. Authorities later indicating the same woman may be responsible for the baby's death, an earlier stabbing death of a man at a Woodland Hills apartment complex. That woman later killed in a car crash in Redondo Beach. Tesla settling a wrongful death suit brought by the family of an Apple engineer killed in a crash while using the vehicle's autopilot mode. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial Valley Food Bank. They've been fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
If your Medi-Cal is ending, Cover California is here to help. Cover California is a service from the state that helps you get affordable health insurance. In many cases, at no cost to you, just like with Medi-Cal. We have quality health plans, and we'll help you every step of the way to get the one that works for you and your family. So, if you're no longer eligible for Medi-Cal, check out Cover California. We'll keep you covered. Learn more at coveredca.com.
Not to brag, but Progressive's Name Your Price tool is mankind's greatest tool ever. Even better than the wheel. Sure, without the wheel, we wouldn't have modern transportation or funny videos of dogs riding skateboards. But without the Name Your Price tool, we wouldn't have easy access to auto insurance options based on our budget. And, well, cars do need wheels. They also need insurance, and insurance never goes flat. Learn more about the greatest tool ever, the Name Your Price tool at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
And it's page one of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Did you know they have 3 locations right here in the Imperial Valley? At the Imperial Valley Mall, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at El Centro Motors, Quick Lane. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Did you feel it? Did you feel the earthquake? I didn't think so. I didn't either, but George Gale will tell you about a small earthquake.
According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the magnitude 3.1 earthquake occurred at 6:26 p.m. Monday. Epicenter was about 21 miles southeast of Mexicali. There was no reports of damage or injury. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, the Gateway Gallery will present The New West. The Ocotillo Gallery will host a fine art exhibition and fashion show. It'll open on April 21st. The New West is, according to the gallery, a show featuring contemporary regional artists redefining how we view notions of the West. Models will be walking a runway in Western-themed wearable art from regional designers. Various craft and food vendors will be there. The event will run from 2 p.m. till 6 p.m. Again, that's April 21st. It's a family-friendly event. It is free. The Gateway Gallery, located on Imperial Highway in Ocotillo. And a 2-vehicle collision yesterday morning reported at about 9:42. It was reported at Highway 111 and Simpson Road. The collision involving a big rig and a farm tractor. No injuries reported. The Highway Patrol continues to investigate the accident to determine the cause of the collision. KXO News Time is 7:42. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge. And a search warrant leads to arrests. George Gale has more.
The Yuma County Narcotics Task Force served a search warrant last Thursday and seized fentanyl, methamphetamine, black tar heroin, and multiple items of drug paraphernalia. A search of a residence in the 9300 block of East Saddle Drive also resulted in the arrest of a 27-year-old Martin Jesus Rodriguez and 42-year-old Rosendo Esquivel. both of Yuma. Over 1,700 multicolored counterfeit M30 pills containing fentanyl were seized. Additionally, 1.2 grams of meth, 2 grams of heroin, and paraphernalia indicative of street sales were also seized. Both suspects were booked into Yuma County Detention Center on a variety of charges. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The 4th Annual Holtville Rotary Pulled Pork Cook-Off, it's coming up April 20th. It'll be held at Hope Park in Holtville from 4 till 9 p.m. There'll be live music and other activities, including a cornhole tournament. You can sign up for the tournament starting at noon on Friday the 20th. The tournament begins at 1. Cost to participate, $20 per person. There'll be cash prizes. It's the Pulled Pork Cook-Off in Holtville. That's it for page 1 of the local news. Page 1, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Demand for lithium is skyrocketing, and Imperial Valley is home to one of the largest lithium deposits in the world. While this presents an opportunity for new local jobs and businesses, there are also risks. Local lithium projects can consume tens of millions of gallons of water each year, and without appropriate measures, can also expose families to dangerous chemicals and hazardous waste. Imperial Valley's lithium economy must not come at the cost of our water and health. Proposed lithium projects must keep local families informed and commit to maximum community protections. Join us in demanding responsible lithium development. For more information, visit us at ccbhealth.org.
Page 2 of the local news with weather is all brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in the valley. They have daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and of course happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. every day. The Imperial County Board of Supervisors will hold their regular meeting today. George Gale has more.
Public session begins at 10 a.m. It will begin with the resolution honoring outgoing executive director of the Imperial Valley Desert Museum, Kristen O'Lear. There will be a rescheduled presentation regarding Salvation Mountain and Slab City. The behavioral health director will ask the supervisors to approve funding for a behavioral health medical director. She will also ask for a 3% salary wage adjustment and bonuses for 2 psychiatrist allocations. The board will be asked by Public Works to ratify agreements for last year's storm repairs. There will also be 3 public hearings to consider 3 appeals of the Planning Commission's decision of denial for 3 city switch telecommunication tower projects, 2 in Brawley and 1 in Winter Haven. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, the second installment of real property taxes are due tomorrow. The taxes must be paid by 5 p.m. or bear a postmark of April 10th. If not, they'll be declared delinquent. That'll cost you a $10 charge plus a 10% penalty. And you're reminded, if you recently refinanced your home or paid off your home loan, you may now be the responsible party for paying the property taxes. The Calipatria City Council meets this evening. George Gale has more.
Closed session begins at 5:30 p.m. Open session is at 6 p.m. Among the items on the agenda is a resolution accepting the retirement of Police Chief Lynn Mara. Mara served as an interim chief from 2008 and was appointed a chief in 2016. Mara has served the city of Calipatria for nearly 24 years. The council is also expected to approve a memorandum of understanding for mutual aid between the city and Calipatria and Sentinel State prisons. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And coming up next, it's a look at our weather.
Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? With specials on select appetizers, beer specials, and more. Ask about drink specials all day with $5 drinks like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wind Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our weekday lunch specials include a soft drink from only $8 to $11. With tons of TVs, we've got you covered for any sport you want to watch. Burgers and Beer with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers and Beer for the best burger in town.
The National Weather Service says high pressure will build over the region over the next couple of days, leading to a rapid warming trend and temperatures easily rising into an above normal category starting tomorrow. The warmest days this week are likely to be Thursday and Friday, with the Imperial Valley topping out in the low 90s. A dry weather system is then likely to stall out just to the west of the region later this week, leading to breezy to locally windy conditions on Friday and Saturday. This system should eventually move through our region at some point early next week, dropping temperatures to around or slightly below normal. 79 the high in the valley yesterday, 57 the overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 85. North wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 57. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 93. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then turning out of the east. 65 degrees, 20% relative humidity. Right now, the wind out of the northwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, and the weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer. It's the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
Are you ready for a new career? CET is ready for you. CET has grants available so farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. Learn more at cetweb.edu farm worker admissions to see if you qualify. At the Center for Employment Training, we've been serving farm workers since 1967. Enroll anytime, and all programs can be completed in under a year. Job placement assistance for all graduates. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu.
It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. NCAA men's basketball tournament last night. Yeah, it was UConn. University of Connecticut dominating Purdue. Yeah, it ended up 75-60. The Huskies on top of the Boilermakers. I had picked the Huskies only because they beat San Diego State. Okay. And in the aftermath, with Kentucky's coaching job expected to officially open today, UConn's coach Dan Hurley made it clear that he plans to stay with the Huskies and attempt to win a third straight national title. Well, South Carolina's victory over Caitlin Clark and Iowa in the women's NCAA championship game Sunday had a preliminary audience average of 18.7 million, the only sporting events in the U.S. to draw a bigger TV audience since 2019 have been football, the World Cup, and the Olympics. Yeah, and betting on that game incredibly high as well. KXO's Sports Time is 7:52.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Well, let's look at Major League Baseball. Okay, Padres fell behind 8-0. I turned the game off. Yeah, went somewhere else. And I missed it. Padres came back, beat the Cubs 9-8, an incredible comeback for the Padres. Elsewhere, the Nationals pounded the Giants 8-1. Angels ripped the Rays 7-1. Rockies topped the Diamondbacks 7-5. Astros, it was dime store. Astros 10, Rangers 5. Phillies beat the Cardinals 5-3 in 10 innings. Dodgers topped the Twins 4-2. Elsewhere, the Guardians shut out the White Sox 4-0. Sox have won one game so far this year. The Marlins have only won one game. They got blanked by the Yankees 7-0. Pirates topped the Tigers 7-4. Reds over the Brewers 10-8. Blue Jays beat the Mariners 5-2. And the Mets edged the Braves 8-7. And I mentioned it earlier. It's the Imperial Valley Challenger Little League, and they're playing 9 o'clock Saturday morning at Evans Park in Imperial. Show up and cheer them on. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the very best care.
Right now is the best time to buy a new car at Imperial Valley Volkswagen. Volkswagen is celebrating with a 75th anniversary sales event through the end of April. Imperial Valley Volkswagen has the best selection of brand new Tiguans, Jettas, Hayouts, Atlas, how about a Crossport, or even the electrifying ID4? There's even a 0% interest rates for up to 60 months. There's even a 0% interest rates for up to 60 months on select 2024 models and incredible deals on the few remaining 2023s. The Volkswagen 75th Anniversary Sales Event, now at Imperial Valley Volkswagen, Highway 86 and 8 Road in Imperial.
Interest rates on approved credit. Not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for complete details.
And remember, if you don't come see me first, I can't save you any money. And it's just that easy.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company that protects you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Spirit Airlines said yesterday it has reached a deal with Airbus to delay all aircraft deliveries scheduled from the second quarter of 2025 through 2026. Spirit said they intend to furlough about 260 pilots as the company is looking to save cash. The low-cost airline said it would defer the scheduled deliveries to 2030 and 2031. As a result of the deferrals, along with quality issues with engines supplied by Pratt & Whitney, the airline looking to save money. Shares of Spirit rose about 5% in early trading. The agreement with Airbus would improve Spirit's liquidity by about $340 million over the next 2 years, according to the carrier, adding that there were no changes to its orders scheduled to be delivered during 2027 through 2029. Well, Norfolk Southern has reached a $600 million settlement with East Palestine and surrounding areas following the derailment. The rail company said the settlement is intended to offset costs related to the spill that sent a plume of toxic smoke into the air and displaced many residents and businesses, but Norfolk Southern didn't admit to any liability or wrongdoing as a result of the settlement. Individuals and businesses will be able to use compensation from the settlement in any manner they see fit to address potential adverse impacts from the derailment, the company said. This could include healthcare needs and medical monitoring, property restoration and diminution, and compensation for any net business loss. The settlement also allows residents within 10 miles of the derailment to receive additional compensation. So what's happening on the big board? Well, right now, U.S. stocks lower as inflation data is coming down the pike, and investors just kind of watching. The Dow off 292 points at 38,600. The S&P 500 down 37 at 5165. The NASDAQ off 98 points at 16,158. Meanwhile, gold is up $17.40 an ounce, $2,368 to buy an ounce. And oil is down 89 cents a barrel. And it's up at the pump in California.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We'll have sunny skies today with a high near 85. North wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. Tonight will be clear with a low around 57. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Sunny on Wednesday with a high near 93. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then turning out of the east. And we see we're up to 67 degrees, 24% relative humidity, wind out of the north-northwest at 10 to 12 miles per hour. Financial news and a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal. Southwest Postal, the only postal box service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365-day-a-year service. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil, El Centro.
If you think figuring out your taxes was difficult last year, wait till you look at this year's. KXO and CBS Radio Network can help you navigate the treacherous waters of tax preparation with Tax Tips 2024. Certified financial planner Jill Schlesinger will offer tax tips 4 times a day on KXO AM 1230. Tax Tips 2024 brought to you by H&R Block.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. The parents of a high school student who opened fire at a school in Michigan will be sentenced today. James and Jennifer Crumbley were both convicted of manslaughter in separate trials for giving their son access to a gun and failing to intervene when teachers raised concerns about his behavior. Correspondent Nikki Batiste has more.
Court filings last week revealed Jennifer Crumbley is asking to be placed on house arrest at a residence owned by her attorney instead of going to prison, even as prosecutors argue she has shown a chilling lack of remorse. They also detailed alleged threats James Crumbley made against prosecutor Karen McDonald from jail. Those attorneys say he was just venting to loved ones about his frustrations.
A new EPA rule is out requiring 200 chemical plants nationwide to reduce their toxic emissions that are likely to cause cancer. Some of the chemicals are used as sterilizers, others to make rubber. Norfolk Southern has agreed to pay $600 million in a class action lawsuit that came after a train derailment last year. If approved by a court, it would resolve all class action claims within a 20-mile radius of the derailment. In northern Texas overnight, strong winds and hail. On tap for today, the Weather Channel's Jordan Steele.
Texas yet again center stage, this time for big storms. We're talking those storms producing softball-sized hail today. You've got the tornado threat, the wind damage threat, the flooding threat, so all modes here of severe weather could be possible. And we'll track the storms that are actually ongoing from yesterday, still impacting Waco to Shreveport. Texarkana, of course, is going to be an area that gets hammered with heavy precipitation today.
The Israeli Defense Ministry is purchasing 40,000 tents ahead of an evacuation of the southern Gaza city of Rafah. Israel is preparing a ground invasion there, a move opposed by many, including the White House. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is before the Senate Armed Services Committee this morning.
If Israel wants to create lasting effects, it must address
the humanitarian needs of the Palestinian people, and not in a marginal way, in a meaningful way.
The UK is making its already strict gun control rules even tougher. CBS's Vicky Barker.
For the first time, British police are questioning the partners of gun license applicants as part of the application process. The trial program was developed with the help of domestic abuse survivors. It's designed to build a more detailed picture of prospective gun owners. It's already resulted in some applications being refused or existing licenses being revoked.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
Yeah, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/credit card.
CBS News correspondent Christian Bienvenez has more on what a new study says about medicinal marijuana use.
States that have legalized the recreational use of marijuana have seen a decrease in people who use for medical reasons. That's according to a new report published in the Annals of Internal Medicine, which shows over a 6-year period, enrollment in medical cannabis programs grew overall, but decreased in places where recreational marijuana was legal. The authors say their findings highlight the possible harm from increased availability and whether people who use marijuana for medicinal purposes actually need it.
Istanbul, Turkey's airport has hired 5 new workers to provide stress-free travel experiences. They're therapy dogs and are ready to support with belly rubs and kisses. They're part of a pilot project to ease stress and anxiety among travelers. They've been on duty about a month after intensive training. I'm Cammie McCormick, CBS News.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
12:30.